Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm talking about how to become wealthy. And the good thing is everyone can apply this. So if you're watching this, regardless of your background or financial situation, if you live and stick by the 8 methods in which I'm going to share with you, which I personally use, inevitably you will become wealthy at some point. And of course, the earlier you start, the better. Now, before we jump straight into this video, disclaimer, there is no financial advice here, and these are my own personal opinions and recommendations to which I use within my own finances. However, they are very much blueprint and proven, so if you do apply them, you will dramatically increase your chances of becoming financially free. And again, if you start earlier, the sooner you'll see that success. So let's jump straight into this and attack number 1, and that is you need to have a big reason. So many people that I talk to will often talk about just the money. They don't have a meaningful enough reason to drive them through the hard times, because look, whether you're building a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're looking to increase multiple streams of income, or whatever it is you're trying to do, if you don't have a big enough reason, you will fall flat on your face. And a lot of reasons I hear is, I'd love to have that car, I'd love to buy all the new clothes, I really want a Rolex. These are not good enough reasons in order to achieve wealth. If you're looking for that instant gratification of riches, perhaps you could build a business pretty quick, but I'm talking about long-term wealth, where you have that fire in your belly, you have that fuel in the engine that's going to keep you going long-term over a sustained period of time. And in order to do that, your reasons need to be such things as having a child, wanting a best life for them, providing for others, contributing towards a charity, helping, building a business where you can employ others and it betters their lives. You need a really big reason why. So if you haven't got your reason why yet, you need to sit down with yourself before you start on this financial journey and have something that's going to push you through the hard times. That is number 1, have a big reason why. Number 2, contentment. Now, what do I mean? Well, are you content with who you are? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Are you constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses? Because believe me, the Joneses, they're broke and they don't care about you, and you shouldn't about them. Focus on yourself. And look, I know we're in a world where social media is everywhere. It looks like everyone's doing really well and splashing the cash and they're buying the Gucci slides, but believe me, that is very much fabricated. So get focused on who you are, what you're doing, and it will speed up your financial journey. Stop comparing yourself to others and don't worry about splashing the cash. I used to be that person where I go out for a meal and I think, well, I'm going to pay for it because I'll look like the bee's knees. That was a long time ago. I'm not bothered about what people think. I can walk down the road in my joggers, hoodie and sliders and white socks, believe it or not, that does happen, and I don't care because I'm content in myself. I make good financial decisions and I'm not bothered about whether people think I've got money or whether I haven't got money. That's for me to worry about, and I'm not bothered about other people. So believe me, become content with yourself and it will speed up your financial journey. Number 3, live a humble life. If you're shopping in Waitrose and you really can't afford those prices, drop down to Tesco's or Lidl. That's where I shop and I'm not bothered because I'm content in where I am. Just stop and actually reflect where you are. Are you actually doing okay, and should you actually enjoy what you have right now? It's always good to want more, it's always good to strive and hustle harder, but actually being a bit humble and just saying actually we're doing okay and what we've got is good, that's absolutely fine, and that will help ground you in order to recalibrate and make better decisions going forward. Because if you can learn not to want more all the time, materialistic things especially, actually that can really help your finances. So just live a humble life. Number 4, and that is discipline. This is one of the most important ways in which will help you achieve wealth. And if you're not self-disciplined, you need to sit down and have a conversation to whether this is for you, to whether financial freedom is for you, because discipline is very much at the heart of everything that you do, from morning routine to your mindset to your financial control. Because if you can't walk into a shop and be controlled and disciplined not to buy that materialistic thing and swap it for putting into your reserve funds, your investments, your savings, you're not ready for a wealth building journey yet. And you need to come back later and perhaps this video isn't for you. So self-discipline is something you must have built into you. If you don't go ahead and work on it, let it become a good habit. And that was number 4, discipline. Number 5, 100% financial automation. So what do I mean by this? Well, we are in a day and age where everything to do with finances can be set up on 2 words, standing orders. Now, if you haven't got everything set up on a standing order, why on earth not? Because it's so easy. And then that way you can sit back and just watch your finances go into the right place when your income comes in, into your reserve funds, into your savings, into your investment accounts, your stocks and shares, your crypto, your gold, whatever it might be, your property. Watch it all go in there automatically, and that's the compound effect happening without you having to do anything. You've just got to monitor it and increase and reduce as you go along as you need to. So if you haven't already, we're going into the new year, get yourself down the bank or open up your banking app and set up standing orders right now. Number 6, and that is called the priority payment checklist. So if you don't know what that is, I'm going to show you exactly what mine is. If you hop onto my website, www.aaronknightley.co.uk, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there'll be a free download Excel sheet which will show you my priority payment checklist. Okay, there's about 8 to 12, I believe. Now what that is before I ever buy anything materialistic or something that is a luxury or something that I want, in my head, which is an automatic habit now, and you need to get to that stage, you reel off your checklists. Have I paid off some credit? Have I paid my investments? Have I paid for my commodities, my crypto, my savings, my reserves? Have I got my family fund money in place? Have I paid everything that I need to, my priority payments? That's why I call it my PP checklist. Sounds a bit weird. My priority payment checklist before I go and buy that watch, or before we swap the car, or before we go for that meal out. Has everything been paid first? And if you get to the bottom and everything's been ticked off, happy days, you're ready to go, and you can know comfortably that you can afford that. It's almost like self-justification. I won't buy something unless I know that I'm comfortable buying that, because it would actually eat away at me going to buy something that wasn't a priority. I feel bad anyway. Maybe that's just me. I don't know if anyone else really enjoys finances, then you'll probably understand what I mean. But every penny is a prisoner, and that's kind of the way that I view it, is that I have to pay everything first before I go and get the luxury, and that will really and dramatically increase on your financial wealth building. Number 7, and it's counter spending. So if you don't know what this is probably one of my favorites that I do automatically. Again, these are all good habits that I have. I don't even need to think about them. And it's essentially where I have a rule of thumb set up in my brain that if I'm thinking of going to spend some money on a Subway, KFC, I haven't made lunch, I'm about to spend £15-20 in a cafe, I will do this counter spend where what I will do is straight away, as basically a rule of thumb to myself, I open up my investment app or my banking app and I transfer the same amount of what I'm thinking of spending on food into one of my investment accounts, and then I take a step back and I think, okay, can I afford to spend another £15-20 now on that food? So basically I'm trying to convert my thought process in that actually now I can't afford it. But what I have done is I've made a really good financial decision and topped up my investment, saving, reserve funds, or whatever it might be. I might buy a new crypto coin, something like that at the moment especially, and that way I almost feel guilty to then go and spend that money. And look, that's not a bad thing actually, because okay, so what, I miss out on a sandwich or a coffee. So look to find your counter spending habits, make them automatic, and again that will increase on your financial wealth building. Now lastly, number 8, and that is quarterly review, or every 3 months, where basically you put the handbrake on everything financial. You take a sit back and you look at everything from your home insurance, car insurance, phone bills, to your income and your outgoings, to your Prime Video, to your Netflix, whatever it might be, Audible, all your little subscriptions for your social media, everything like that. You look at every single thing, and what you do is you work out, okay, what do we need on this? Do we need that? Can I increase my stocks and shares allocation? Can I up my private pension? Can I reduce this? Do I even need that anymore? Do I need Zoom Pro? Do I need the vidIQ Pro? Or all these little subscriptions, like I said, that you use for social media, £3-4 a month. Do you need them at the moment? And how much have you used them over the last 6 months? If you haven't, get rid and then bump up your financial spending, you know, your investment, add it to your reserve funds. So that's what I do every 3 months. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I'm a bit of a finance buff, so I like it when I get to that 3-month period and I can sit back and go, right, what changes can be made? And we should all be doing that. So I just shared with you 8 simple but very, very effective ways on how you can build wealth. And I promise you, it's inevitable that you will achieve wealth long term. 10, 15, 20 years. Just get comfortable in knowing that slow and steady wins the race. And there was no financial advice here. Like I said, these are my own ways of working. But if they can help you out and you get some value from it, happy days. If you did like this video, please do hit like and subscribe. And until the next video, I will see you all very soon.